Zanbo Gogo nomkhulu saka sendoda leso Gogo Bathini Mbatha. Namhlanje ngithi, did you know ukuthi there's something called fake calling? Fake ancestors. Did you know? Like we do have on fake friends, fake relationships, fake bodies. You think you're working with this person, everything is fine, and everything, only to find out that they are fake towards you. Then today we're talking about fake calling, fake ancestors. Gogo, how possible is that? Gogo, is it really possible ukuthi you can have a fake calling? How so? Let me tell you first, yes, it's possible. Before I tell you how so, yes, it's possible that you have fake ancestors, people that comes to you at night pretending to be gogo wako, pretending to be mkhulu wako, pretending to be your mother, pretending to be your father, and everything. But today I would like us to talk about fake calling. Gogo, how do you identify fake calling? Well, you're in the right channel, Gogo Bathini Mbatha TV. That's when I'm going to explain to you what is a fake calling. Number one, a fake calling, it's when you are being told by Gogo Bathini Mbatha that you have a calling, but there's nothing whatsoever that talks about anything that has to do with calling towards your direction. There are no dreams that talks about calling. There are no emotions that talks about calling. There are no actions or body language that talks about the calling. There's nothing whatsoever. And maybe sometimes it's not the first time you're hearing that from Gogo Bathini. Somebody else has told you, somebody else has told you. And then it end up building a sense of calling in your brain, because the consistency and the pattern that has been built within your brain, it's now making it a reality, as if, no man, not so many people can lie what's in a calling, which means I have a calling. Well, guess what? Yes, it does happen that I can lie, he can lie, she can lie, he can lie, whoever can lie to you, until it creates in your brain, which means you have a calling. While, let's say you've consulted 10 of us and we all lied to you. Sometimes, why does it get to the point that people or traditional healers, they get to lie to you? It's because when you go to consultation, to ukuyohlola, you have that in your brain. Most of the people mabahlola, they pick up what you are carrying here rather than what they pick up in your life direct. So that's where you find yourself. There's so many people that have said one thing and one thing and one thing, then you start to believe it. But well, I normally ask you, okay, as much as I'm saying you have a calling, would you agree? But don't tell me about you went to somebody else while you're now I worked at the same thing. I want to know what has been happening in your life that can make you agree with what I'm saying. And then we start talking. We start having, I love that conversation. Then we start talking about, I'm confused. Please unpack it for me. And then we start from the scratch. Tell me about your dreams. What do you dream about most of the time? Tell me about your lifestyle. Tell me about your favorite food. Tell me about how you're dressing. Things like that. That leads, that forms an equation to me to say, I think I said to you, you have a calling by mistake. Actually, I don't have a calling. Then I go deeper to find out what then do you have? Because a fake calling, it's emotions, it's actions, it's dreams, it's people, it's traditional healers that comes to you in the name of saying to you, you know what, you have a calling. Sometimes Gogo Bathini will tell you that you have a calling because Gogo Bathini uyathanda ukuthwasisa. Sometimes Gogo Bathini will say to you, you have a calling because Gogo Bathini sekabonile ukuthi unemali, you can afford to pay for iphehlo, because iphehlo, there's money that has been made by traditional healers through ukuthwasisa. Mhlambe uGogo Bathini uthi you have a calling by pure mistake. There's nothing else, it's just a mistake. There was no agenda hidden behind him or her, but it was a pure mistake. Because we're human, we all make mistakes. But the lesson that I want us to teach each other today is, when somebody tells you that you have a calling, please don't jump into conclusion to say sengiyothwasa manje na ngibizilwe kuthiwa nginabantu abadala sekufanele ngiyothwasa manje na this and that kuthiwa hey ngengene idlozi lasekhaya kogogo nidlozi ekhaya lekhaya komkhulu hey in then you jump into conclusions. You end up spending a year kube nomgidi kube nani, only to find out ukuthi you were not supposed to go through all of that effort. And now you have started to love that thing. That's why you find people at Gogo mthwasile akwenzeki lutho kuthule, Gogo kwenzeke lokho kwenzeka lokho, Gogo kunjani kunjani. I've told you on our previous videos ukuthi those that have a real calling is either bazobaleka ephehlweni, abanye baqede kunzima, abanye baqede by luck, izinto efana lezo. Yes, bakhona abane calling genuine abangenayo ephehlweni bathwase baqede, but most of them abane real calling abaqede ephehlweni. Bayeqa bahambe bangena, hey bengithwasa kashantu kwenzekala lokho sengizocela ningiphothulele ekhaya. Umuntu uthola umuntu oselfish azovuma ukuthi uzokuphothula, uphothulani ngoba moyidlozi ufana nomfazi womuntu owathelwa ngenyongo. Usuke uphothulane ngoba kunengxoxo ofanele kudlule kuzo ezinzima nakhona engeke ziresult ukuthi lo muntu loyo umphothula. So it is very important that when we talk about the issue of calling, be careful that there's something called fake calling, fake ancestors. Let me give you just a little bit about what I will be talking about with fake ancestors. Okay, fake ancestors and a fake calling is more or less the same. How do you see what now I really have a fake calling because ngivuka umoya? Sometimes wena wembethwe isalukazi isasithi masikhala sibe nesibibithwane sikhala sengazathi singahayiza, bese wena uthatha lolu fuzo lelo ukhale kanjalo ube nesibibithwane ngazathi ungahayiza ngasonke isikhathi mawuvukele intukuthelo noma uvukele uthi ungakhala engathi ungakhala ngalondlela leyo. Kwenziwa yini lokho? Lokho kwenziwa ukuthi loyo muntu loyo okwembethe wayenjalo, wena ke usuyakuthatha lokho usuyitshela ukuthi it's a calling. Athi umuntu awukwazini ukhale kungazathi ungamemeza in that one dream or that one action or actions alone, they don't results ukuthi wena sungaze uhambe uyothwasa. Guys, be careful. That's why nisibona abantu manje bafaka amabhayi. If you can look at YouTube on its own, how many people, how many new TV channels that are on YouTube and everything, you listen to the content, you listen to the advices and everything, then you can realize to say, let me keep quiet. Others you say, wow, she's still young, he's still young, they are still new in a YouTube channel and everything. They've just went through calling and everything, but wow, the content yabo is so rich, it's so profound, they are on point and everything. Others you say, so we need to be careful on such things, guys, to say you have a calling. Okay, it's fine. You are the first person to confirm your calling. You are the first point of contact to confirm your calling. Not a traditional healer, not your mother, not your father, not your sister, not your neighbor, not your friend who suddenly became a isangoma, and then he will come to you and say, but now ufana ube isangoma, ngibone lokho ufana uzothwasa, bese ayilahle egcineni athi west part ufana uthwasa la game. It can't be like that. It can't be. I can put my head on a block. It can't be like that. So guys, the lesson for today, I know maybe I might sound a bit all over the place and everything, but it's simple. You are the first point of contact. You should tell really ukuthi you have a calling or not. Don't allow anyone to confirm and to conclude ngawe ukuthi wena you have a calling, while there is nothing whatsoever that leads you to that direction. There's nothing whatsoever that suggests ukuthi ngempela you have a calling. Gogo Bathini Mbatha mafuna kuvala emzini maya madoda. Guys, please, let's be careful of fake ancestors that results to fake calling. We're gonna talk about fake ancestors. Abafika emzini abantu bazenza ikhehla lakhona, kufuneka imbuzi, kufuneka inkomo, kufuneka ini. Wathi umunye ugogo umzukulu wami uthi ungiphuphe ngithi ngifuna angihlabele imbuzi engeze. Angezana ngoba ngiyaphila, akukho engazi kahle ukuthi umzukulu, angazi kahle ukuthi umzukulu wami akangigweledu lutho, but umzukulu believes ukuthi ugogo lo ophilayo bekavela ezuyena kodwa beka representa ukhokho wasekhaya. Mina ngisathi ngihlola ngitholeni, ngithole ukuthi that was a fake ancestor efika kumzukulu. Gogo Bathini Mbatha for booking 0357995703, 035-533-5703. Remember, we now have two booking lines, but they all start with 035-799. 035-799, then the last 4 digits. The one I'm telling you about, it's 035-799-5703. That's the only number for bookings. Salwa sendo to Gogo Bathini Mbatha.